Hello and welcome to all of you Aries people out there. Welcome to, yes, a second video about the yearly horoscopes, but just for Aries. I already made one. You could say, but Veerle, you already made the yearly horoscopes. I did. But that was very general. And in this video, it would be perfect if you could watch first the other video of the yearly horoscopes and then come to this one, because this one I'm going to focus a little bit more on the degree of the Aries person. So if you've got your sun in Aries, your moon in Aries, your ascendant in Aries, this video is for you. And in particular, I'm going to look at the outer planets. I'm not going to look at the Mercury retrogrades or the Mars retrograde or the eclipses. I'm going to look at for you in particular, but not even for the other signs. I think I'm going to focus on the outer planets and what they do, not only in the area of life, but also in particular, when you have a certain degree, like let's say 8 degrees of Aries, and something is happening 8 degrees of, I don't know what, then it's going to be even more significant. So that is what I'm going to do in this video. And I'm going to have a look at Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. I'm going to start with Pluto. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius, which is fantastic for you, which is fantastic. By the way, the details of all of this, go and check the yearly horoscope, the introduction, because there I say all the details, and that's not what I want to do in this video. In this video, I want to make it short, but that you know precisely if you were born the first degrees of Aries, which is from 0 to, let's say, 3 degrees, from 0 to 3 degrees of Aries. If you've got planets there, you're going to feel Pluto very strongly in a positive way, because it's in a sextile in your 11th house of friendships, of goals. And Pluto is about empowerment. It's about transformative energy. And when it's in a sextile, it means it comes easily with not a lot of disturbances. So yes, Pluto in the 11th house, yes, that can mean that a friend, that there is some drastic thing going on with them, or that there is a drastic transformation going on. But ultimately, it sextiles your sign. So it means like, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's not going to disturb you so much. So as I said, 0 to 3 degrees of Aries, that would mean the very firstborn Aries, right? So that would be if you were born between like the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of March, the early born Aries people. They are going to feel it, whether it's your rising sign, your moon, or your sun sign. If it's your sun sign, it's going to be an opportunity for you, considering more towards work, towards career, to make over this period of time. If you say, yes, Veerle, but I have my Aries energy, the sun at 10 degrees, for instance, yes, it means already you're going to feel it because you're in Aries. But towards the future, you can build on your career quite easily here and quite transformative in your own pace. So that's the whole thing, actually. And it's also with your objectives and your plans for the future. It's fantastic to have Pluto there in your 11th house. So what you are afraid of, do it. Do it. The goal that you are afraid of, do it in particular. Then we have Neptune. Neptune is in your 12th house. And for Aries people, it's not making any aspect to your energy. It just means Neptune in your 12th house. So it's actually a good position to have Neptune in the 12th. It means that you have a tendency and an opportunity to get in contact with the not so tangible world of, you could say, other dimensions, or you could say spirituality, meditation. It's all very positive for that. And it means that you can tap into an energy now that you can relax a little bit more, and you can let go better of the past and of the patterns that are no longer suiting you. Neptune there means dissolvement of old patterns that are not longer suiting you, which is amazing. Jupiter and Uranus, they are traveling together, especially around April, May time. They're making a conjunction. And after May, they're going to be in Gemini. But first and foremost, when Jupiter is still in Taurus with Uranus, it's going to be in your second house of income. So that is a good opportunity for you to, again, this is not really dependent on degrees of you, but having it in your second house, Jupiter with Uranus, can mean a sudden windfall when it comes to finances. So that is good. But with Jupiter there, it means that you've been working for that already the last 12 years on improving that second house, which is a money house. On a very mundane level, the second house is your resources. It's your confidence as well. But it shows here for Aries people that your confidence is going up and that your confidence is real. They always say it's so easy to let the confidence crumble and it's so difficult to build it up. Well, for you, there's a serious and really and true building up. You have raised your standards the last couple of years, and the more you have done this, the more you are going to get the rewards. Especially, and now we come to the eclipses, when there's going to be eclipses in March and in April, you're going to feel the opportunity here, because the opportunity is in your second house, Jupiter and Uranus. Of course, the eclipses, they are in your sign and in your seventh house of relationships. So it's a bit both ways. It's about your self-esteem, it's about your money, your assets, but it's also about you and how you are getting a little bit more bitchy than normal, because that's the North Node in Aries. It's a bit bitchy there, right? Because it's about my needs and I exist. But of course, we always have that opposition, that Libra house that we have to take into consideration. So let's have a look at that, what this is all about. Of course, every Aries will feel it, those eclipses. But who's going to feel it the most and when? Now, the eclipse is on the 25th of March. It's at 5 degrees of Libra. So you are going to feel it when you've got very close to 5 degrees of Aries, right? If you have your sun sign, moon sign, ascendant at 5 degrees, you will feel it very strongly. And this shows that you have to let go something that is related to other people, that is related to people pleasing. You could say, but Veerle, Aries is not about people pleasing. No, but we just don't exist solely or just about Aries. We might have a moon in Libra, for instance, or we might have another planet in Libra that makes it, or we may have a very strong position of Venus on our ascendant, for instance. So what this means for you, Aries people, it means that around that time of the 25th of March, there is a letting go of an old way how you do relationships. So yes, if you have a very bad one, this could be the end. And take your chances, because you can do that now, because the focus is on you and you gather all the strength to proceed and to go on. That's what Aries is all about. If you are single, this could mean that an old attitude of yours, it needs to go. The old attitude of I need to chase or this or that, it needs to turn around. Whatever your attitude, or maybe you have an attitude like men need to chase me or women need to chase me or whatever, and that needs to turn around. There is a turnaround of perspective for sure. 8th of April, the sun and the moon are going to be together with the North Node, and that's a solar eclipse at 19 degrees of Aries. So those of you who have 19 degrees of Aries will feel this new beginning. This is amazing. This is a solar eclipse that I really look forward to, for my fellow Aries people. I have my moon in Aries. So this means really that take that new opportunity, start that new beginning. And it's life-changing because it's in your first house. So those of you who were born around and about the 17th of, so you must have your sun at 19 degrees. So that would be like the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th of April. That's your chance here for a whole new life, a whole new opportunity. You don't get that a lot. I mean, this is amazing. When it's on your sun, it more has to do with career. When it's on your moon, it has to do more on the emotional side, which could mean the place of living, or which could mean the people that you connect with. And then another eclipse that is very important for you is the 2nd of October, because then we are going to have another solar eclipse, but in your opposite sign of Libra, with the sun and the moon at 10 degrees of Libra. Then the more early born Aries people will again feel it a lot. And this is again shedding off the old skin of your perspective around relationships. So is it an important year for relationship for Aries? Absolutely, absolutely. And there's fate that is involved here. But of course, this is astrology and you work with it. You're not going to dictate the astrology what you're going to do, because then you give your power away. You're not going to do that. You're an Aries. You're going to take your power into your own hands, sitting at the steering wheel, and you are deciding. And deciding is an important part of all this. So you're going to be more decisive when it comes to relationships. So that's going to have consequences, but you're ready now. You're ready now for that. Saturn is also in your 12th house. And Saturn in the 12th house is actually a good thing. It doesn't depend on the degree of your sign, but it's in its joy, we call it in ancient astrology. You know, Saturn in the 12th house. Why is that? That is because it's trying to structure and trying to, like a closet that is full, and it's trying to do it very lean, right? You know that term, like, you know, get out the stuff that you're not using anymore, sell it, throw it away, give it away, whatever it is, so that you've got like your pieces there that you wear on a daily basis, and you can slowly but surely restructure and having now a clear view of, oh, I lack a little bit of brown color, or I lack the red color, I have too much of it. You know, of course, it's your color, Aries, and so on. So the focus actually for you could say, is a lot about, you can do a lot this year. You can do a lot. And especially with bad relationships. And I mean, that's not because the people that are involved are bad. No, of course not. But it's about leveling up with Jupiter, Uranus in your 2nd house. And it's about taking decisions around significant relationships. And it's also about objectives for the future. You were empowered here with this Pluto in Aquarius, and for a long time. So Chiron, of course, in your 1st house. I want to mention that as well. Last but not least, 17 degrees. Well, it's going to be like around at about that degree. So that means the Chiron, the Aries people around the midst of your sign going to feel this. That's the healing capacity. You'd rather go through the pain instead of avoiding it, you know. And what do I mean by that? Like a relationship you're maybe afraid of relating, you better do it, even if you're going to get hurt. It's even more that courageousness that is demanded now, so that you're going to level up in life. It's a lot about leveling up for the Aries people. I like it. So look at the other video in combination with this one, and you're going to have tons of information now, I hope. Anyway, make it the best year ever. See you next time.